Welcome everybody to the Barber Small Bore 2023, presented by Man in the Box. And I want to mention Man in the Box specifically because they are the reason why I am sitting on a brand new Honda XR150. Yes, this is Honda's new small bore entry to the dual sport market. So it's really loud around here, it's really crowded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bike, nice XR150, and I'm going to go hit some trails. What do you guys think? I want to get this bike out into the wild, and then we'll pull over, we'll give it a good look around, and we'll put it to the test, both on the road and off the road. We're going to go around the facility a little bit, get a feel for the bike. I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like and what I think. So this bike is a brand new entry, so I did some brief research on it. There's not a ton of facts and specs that I could tell you, but I know a little bit about it from my brief research. So let's go. Let's have some fun on this XR150. I'm really looking forward to this because, of course, any new Honda bike that pops up is something that hits my radar. So this one, of course, hit my radar, and I wish I could buy every new Honda bike that comes out, but obviously we can't do that. I've had a little bit of a problem with that kind of stuff with the Monkey and the Trail 125 and the Grom, but I've kind of abstained from doing that as much lately. It's a lot quieter out here. Okay, so let's get back to the XR150. All right, so what I could tell you about this bike, it's 150 cc's, obviously. It is dual sport, so it is 100% street legal. It has a license plate, it has the lights, it has everything you need to be ready for your adventure, whether it be on the road or off the road. So what's most attractive about this bike, though, is the price range of it. I think this bike comes in at under $3,000. So that's insane. So this is less than the price of a Grom, it's less than the price of a Monkey, Trail 125 even, and this is doing all the same things as those bikes but more. So we're on the road right now, and while it's not a dirt bike, it's definitely designed to go off-road. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the feel for it on the road here. It's really smooth. The tires, you know, are real smooth. It kind of feels like the Trail a little bit, but a little bit taller, and definitely got some more suspension. And the seat is like way more comfortable. So getting into some of the specs, we know it's 150 cc. We know it's all road legal. It's a dual sport, and the curious thing about it was the price. It's like, why is it, you know, why is it so affordable? What's going on? We're gonna turn around because it seems like that's the end of the road there. I should mention that we are at Barber Motorsports Park, which is one of the most exquisite and premier racetracks in all the world, especially one of the ones that I've been to. So I'll have another video about my experience here, and you can check that out if you're more interested in where I am. But we're going to focus on the XR150 right now. So we are going to cruise a little bit, but getting back to the specs. So the price point, right? Why is it so affordable? The Hondas, you know, usually, you know, they command a modest price. It's a brand we all trust, and for me, it's a brand I love. I'm willing to pay whatever I need to pay for the reliability and the, you know, the performance that I expect from Hondas. But I could probably tell you that the price is more related to the fact that it's still carbureted. It's not fuel injected like the mini-moto lineup, so it's a little bit of an outdated design as far as the you know, the powertrain goes, which, you know, for people like me, carburetors are no big deal, and in some cases carburetors are preferred because I don't have to worry about breaking down somewhere and not knowing how to fix it. You know, it's not completely reliant on a computer. So all the computer equipment and everything that goes with fuel injection is not there. So that saves some cost and engineering time and development time. So the R&D and the lack needed, or the lack of R&D needed for this bike probably had a lot to do with the price point on this bike. But I don't know, maybe I'll go talk to the Honda guys over in the Honda tent and see what they think about that. But so we're still on a carburetor, but sometimes that's good. I mean, throttle response is almost better with a carburetor in most times. So let's get a little turn signal action going here. I want to feel all the features of this bike. So the road mannerisms so far have been excellent. And I'm just going to pull over here and I'm going to grab a sip of water from the truck because I'm going to be talking a lot. So, alright, we'll catch up with you guys here in a sec. Let me flip this video, cut this out, and back in a sec. Alright, so we just did a walk around video. Took a little break here in our ride test. So check out the walk around video of this bike. I'll link it in the description or up there on the top right. So we're gonna hop back on and we're gonna go try to blast some trails. All right, so there's some trails set up here at the Barber Small Bore that I definitely want to go check out. I'm not much of a road rider, although I have several road going small bore motorcycles. It's not really my thing, so we are going to head back and I want to hit some trails. The trails are my thing, and motocross racing and off-roading, so brakes are pretty good. Nice front brake action. And I don't believe it's going to have ABS or anything, so it's got a simple drum brake rear, so let's see how hard that locks it. Yeah, drum brake's pretty soft too. You can lock it up if you press hard enough, but let's do a full brake test. Wow, pretty sharp. Stops pretty good. It's got some decent little pickup. We'll take another spin around the back of this section over here, and we'll give it a little pop. Let's see. Oh. So we had a little bit of a bog bobble there, you know, bogged down a little bit. Kind of dropped the clutch pretty hard on it, so it's maybe one of those roll into sort of things. We're obviously not going to be motocross racing it, so letting her eat. So it's not bad. It's not the fastest thing that I've been on. I feel it's got a similar amount of speed as the Monkey and the Grom. The horsepower numbers I'm not positive on. We'll have to put that up on the screen here, but it certainly doesn't feel slow. It's got decent little kick to it. Got really nice road mannerisms too. I could see this as being like the perfect small bike for your back roads haunts, your back road haunts, I guess I should say, and your fun riding. Like if you want a bike that can do it all and you don't plan to go on the interstate, I see this as being the right choice. Definitely a bike for somebody like me that loves going off-road and mostly stays off-road, but also wants a bike that can be ridden on the road with a license plate. You know, if I want to take it somewhere, I don't want to be hiding from cops and stuff like that. So we are going to cut in front of these guys. This is the Barber Small Bore. There's small bores everywhere, so we're going to be dodging mini bikes galore in here. Alright, so You see that sign up there that says trail riding? That is where John wants to be. So, oh, hold on, let's go back. I missed it. That's a stunt lot. So, I was just informed that trail riding doesn't open until 11. That is a bummer. Luckily, I feel that the man in the box guys are gonna let me take this back out later to go trail riding. I'm positive of it. So we will come back and revisit trail riding. So we'll just call this the road going test. So I think what I'll do is I'll head out on an actual road, and we'll see how it feels at a higher speed. For those of you people that want to take stuff out to the road and get your tires scuffed up a little bit, heated up on the asphalt. So we'll do the dirt review in another video when we can get back to the trails. So for now, let's enjoy beautiful Barber Motorsports Park, and maybe we can find some trails anyways on our little journey. So let's cruise. Such a good event here. I actually would love to live in Barber Motorsports Park. It's like the country club. So we got the lady taking a bath in that pond there. So it rose up through the gears really nicely. It's not too fast. Like my 450RL, man, I can pull up the wheel in second gear. Like if you really want to get in and let that bike eat and roll into that throttle, you're gonna pull the wheel up, and I absolutely love that feeling. But that's not the feeling that everybody wants to have in their motorcycle. So that's not the feeling you're gonna get with this motorcycle. You're gonna get more of a composed, you know, cushier, sort of smoother feeling. So far the suspension feels really good. It's handling the little bumps really nicely here. The road's not really bumpy. These roads are pristine. So we're gonna go maybe find a little bit bumpier road. Maybe try to top the bike out, see what its top speed is. Real quick, I don't want to get too involved in road riding. I don't think that's where this bike is gonna live most of its life. I think this is gonna be like your 50-50 or 75-25 off-road bike. Maybe if you have some dirt roads around where you live, or some trails, but yet you still want to take your bike down the road to your buddy's house or the store, you're gonna have that street legality going on. So, but it's good to give it that good road shakedown, because inevitably you will find yourself on the road, right? Alright, so I'm giving it all she's got. And we're about 50 miles an hour. And we're in the highest gear. So the speed is really similar to that of a Grom or the Monkey. Maybe a touch slower. Maybe, I'm not sure. We are in elevation here. I'm not down in Florida, so I can't give it an apples to apples on how fast it would be compared to the Grom or the Monkey. Ooh. It looks like some... I want to find trails so bad with this bike, but we're going to give it a quick run up the road and back. Alright, let's go. Alright, we got a slight uphill here. So we'll see. So far I'm up to 50. That feels like about the top of the range. It's getting up around 55. on this downhill, we'll see where it can get up to. So you definitely don't want to take this bike out on the interstate. That kind of goes without saying, right? That's kind of inferred, I believe, that you don't want to take a small bore bike out on the highway. Many do, and many will with this bike, but try not to. Ooh, is that a second gear start? No, first gear. So you're not going to do wheelies too easily on this bike either, kind of like the trail. But I don't think that's what this bike is for. This bike is for doing these back roads, having a good time on or off the trails. So let's see what we can get this speed up to. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna stay around 56, 57. So on flat ground, maybe in back home in Florida, we might be able to get this bike up to 60. So I think it's got a couple more mile/an-hour in it than the Trail 125. So if you're looking at apples to apples between this and the Trail 125, well, for one, they're not really apples to apples, but I feel this bike's maybe got the edge on power and speed, and it's definitely got really good road mannerisms. It kind of feels like a mini touring bike, actually. It's just really smooth on the road. The concrete transitions aren't as sharp or surprising like they are on the smaller bikes. So yeah, the high speed run wasn't too bad. I got up to about a comfortable mile per hour, I'd say, for a light dual sport. I saw some trails over here on the way down. I wonder if I can't find myself into some trails. And I have no idea where I'm going, but I just saw some trails. So the transition from road to trail was as easy as you just saw. And one thing I have to note too is that I am sitting down, so this seat is super comfortable. So sitting down, the seat's really comfortable. It's definitely got the edge over the Trail 125 as far as the seating position and the seating comfort goes. The Trail 125's just got a horribly stiff seat. But this seat's really comfy, and it's got an upper portion, you know, for your passenger. But yeah, the suspension's soaking up bumps. This is not a rough trail by any means, but suspension is soaking up the bumps pretty nicely. Alright, so I had to stop and get a battery change, but we were going through a trail, so the battery probably shut off at some point in that trail that I found. But we're gonna hit some better trails later when they open up. They're not open yet, the trail riding section they have, so we'll be sure to get that so I can hopefully find some more technical stuff for this bike, because it's so light and nimble. I feel like it'd be really good in the technical stuff. Alright, so far my impressions of the bike are, it's absolutely amazing. I really like it. It's a very comfortable bike to ride. It's very much not intimidating. You know, it's doesn't have a ton of power, which is good, because sometimes a ton of power can be scary for inexperienced drivers or riders. You're not gonna pop the front wheel up by accident. I really don't think you're gonna get yourself into too much trouble on this bike. It's really light, it's really nimble, it's not heavy. The turning feels nice on it. It's super good. I mean, everything about it, it's really nice. I think it's for the price, that's even more attractive. Less than $3,000 for a bike that can do just about everything. I mean, this is what we were all trying to do with Groms and me with the Monkey and the Trail. You don't need to do that anymore, and you can do it at almost half the price or way less of a price. So yeah, so those out there with Groms and Monkeys, and if you've been following my content, you know that I'm a big proponent of trying to take my bikes where they probably shouldn't go, and I don't really think that needs to be done anymore with bikes like this. And just go get this bike and do whatever you want. So here we see the beautiful Barber Motorsports Park. I've been out on this track myself with my Mazda Miata race car, and it's the nicest track I've ever driven on. That is no lie. And there's the Barber Motorsports Museum, vintage motorcycle museum. We'll be checking that out tomorrow. Been there before, and it is awe-inspiring. So, man, what's the verdict? I think this is an amazing bike, and if you've been eyeing up a Grom with the intention of taking it off-road, or a Monkey with taking it off-road, maybe you've seen my videos and I've inspired you to do that, and off-road is your main focus, don't bother. Just skip the idea of the Grom and the Monkey for off-roading, and go with this XR150, because this is going to be the bike that's going to outshine the Grom and Monkey, even if fully off-road prepped very, very quickly. So yeah, I give this bike 2 thumbs up. I really, really like it, and I think it's a great bargain. First of all, I mean, the price alone, that's like the price of a CRF 110 almost, and you're getting full street legal, you're getting trail capable. You know, it might not go over the most extreme trails. I mean, you might have to change tires on it to get it to go through some mud and climb up slippery sort of inclines, but that's no big deal. But yeah, the bang for the buck value is here, 100%. This is a super good bang for your buck. And the road mannerisms, I didn't commute on it. I didn't do anything too extreme for the road. So you know, I can't really comment so much on the road prowess day to day. If you're looking to get this bike as like a commuter, something to go back and forth to work on, you know, maybe it wouldn't be the best choice for that. But I'm not good to comment on that, because I don't do that stuff with my bikes. I do what we're doing now, cruising and off-roading. Alright, so we've kind of explored the extent, or for the most part, the perimeter roads of Barber Motorsports Park here. We took a trip out on the main highway, or 2-lane road. We got it up to top speed. That might be a separate video. And we found a little trail to check out. We did that. And there are some more trails to be discovered here, which I will do when they open up. They open up at 11. It's not 11 yet, so more to come on the trail riding part. So I would say, in the scheme of things here, this bike is pretty amazing for what it is. It's one of those bikes that you ride and it makes you want to go get one. You're not quite sure what you're going to do with it yet, but you just know that you really want one. It's super light, really flickable. I call bikes flickable sometimes, when you kind of flick it around, do some, you know, just nimble stuff. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're in the market for a Grom or a Monkey with off-road in mind, skip it, go with this bike. The only reason I would say to stay with the Grom or Monkey thought is because you have a lot more road stuff in mind, or more neighborhood slow speed stuff. Uh-oh. creature. So yeah, the Grom and the Monkey have their place. I think of them as more novelty bikes, just for fun, like if you like doing pack riding or jumping around the neighborhood or just up to the store and back. But if you want to do any off-road stuff, do real dual sporting, and you don't want to get crazy with the dual sport like the 450RL or the 300L, which isn't really crazy but is a bigger dual sport, this is going to be the right one for you. So yep, so watch out, Grom owners and Monkey owners that like to off-road, because this might be your next bike. Alright, so with that, we are going to head back in to the vendors area here and probably drop this bike back off to Man in the Box, and then we got to gear up for some pit bike racing that I'm going to do. It's probably the Monkey, and that might go really badly because Monkey foot pegs are terrible. Anyways, other videos. Okay, so thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me out here at the Barber Small Bore, and check out all my other videos. I think you'll like what I have to offer based on you watching this video. So, alright, thanks again everybody. We'll see you on the next one.